Didn't have a great angle, kind of got bailed out by Hubbard, but we'll take it. Bivens short on the first.
Bivens' first free throw hits the front of the iron. He'll have one more coming up again. Centennial up 7-5 when Lloyd shows you the scoreboard on the video. Second one good by Bivens, 7-6. Lincoln are listed as the guests, and our kids and their scoring is listed on the right side of the scoreboard as you look at your television screen. Centennial moving from right to left as you look at your screen and the radio dial. Out front, Hubbard, Makabu, Warren, inside Hubbard. Good hands by Gowan, knocked away, and Klopp picks it up. Here comes Polis quickly up the floor. Polis to kick out Gowan, wide open three, up and no. From the iron, Klopp the board, Klopp up and no good. Went for his own board again, and Young rips it out of there.
Yeah, good job by Jaden, too, of staying around and getting another offensive rebound.
Warren quickly went up the floor, and Klopp did a great job cutting him off baseline. There is Hubbard. Hubbard misses his shot, and Stevens chases it down. Cook on the bench right now. It's Klopp in for him. 50 seconds to go here in the quarter. Possession arrow goes Lincoln's way. Stevens out on the rail splitter side at the Neil Alexander court, and Warren tipped it away. Gowan recovers it in the backcourt. Still Lincoln basketball.
Yeah, still got time. 30 seconds left here in half.
Gowan.
Sure, Coach Alexander going to want to go for one now.
Stevens in front of the Centennial bench to Polis to Biven. And it looks like the Railers will try and run time off the clock and go for one. Biven, fake going to the basket, throws it back out Stevens. 13 seconds to go. Biven takes it inside. Oh, good undercut move. Great move by Jake Biven. That looked like Kevin McHale.
Well, his best move. He didn't take the ball out.
Oh, and a good call by Josh up here.
He didn't even step behind the line. Wasn't even close. No, he didn't even get on the other side of the end line.
Wow.
I think Lloyd will have a good shot of that. You can check it out on the YouTube. He wasn't even close to on the line.
So, a violation by Centennial. Lincoln up 8-7.
It was like the pickup games at the rec where you don't even have to worry about taking the ball out.
3 seconds to go. Do they go inside? There's the lob to Cook. Couldn't get it. Batted around. Polis throws it up over the backboard. No. At the end of one quarter, it's Lincoln 8, Centennial 7. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Fans, go ahead and pull out your 50-50 tickets. We will read tonight's winning 50-50 ticket number. And you have tonight's winning number. Take your entryway just in front of the gym doors, and we'll present you with your winnings. Tonight's winning number 256-654. That number again, 256-654. If you have that 50-50 ticket, take it to the entryway just in front of the gym doors. We will present you with your winnings. Again, that winning number, 256-654.
Lady Railers were up 27-17 at halftime at the Pana Girls Thanksgiving Tournament. That in the title game. Here it's Lincoln 8, Centennial 7. Josh, not a bad first quarter for us.
Well, you're right. And two former Railers playing today for Missouri S&T. They're listing down in Rolla, Missouri. They were big winners, 91-60 over Principia. Caden Froby and Dylan Singleton checking out the Railers tonight.
Biven, wide open three. Another Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer for Jake Biven. Hey, he has that in his arsenal. Guys will come out and get him. He can blow by him for the layups.
Yeah, you're right. Just another, you just see the confidence growing in his game a little bit, and I think you're going to tend to see a lot of Railers doing that this season.
11-7 the Lincoln lead. Warren way out front. Goes to Coleman. Warren at the volleyball line. Faked it, takes it down the lane. Klopp knocks it away. Ball chased down in the corner by Stevens. Stevens to Polis, and Polis going to run it up the floor quickly. Ahead quickly in the corner. Klopp kicks it back out. Polis. Cook back on the bench. Stevens. And what's the call here? It looks like they're holding Jaden Klopp inside. The foul going to go against David Hubbard.
Yeah, hold on Hubbard.
And that is 2 on David Hubbard.
So they're going to like the Chargers are going to bring in 22. That's a 6'2 junior, Jermaine Springfield. And also number 20 is a 5'10 senior, Adam Simmons.
Polis inbounds under the Lincoln basket, goes out front to Biven. Biven, left wing Stevens, Gowan, Polis, Stevens, Biven again. Biven takes it down the lane, kicks it, 3 on the way, got it! And Elijah Polis knocks down the 3. Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. We're up 14-7.
Yeah, a nice little comeback here by the Railers. A couple big threes, one by Biven and one by the senior Polis. And the Railers starting to turn it up a little more on defense. You see the little more continuity, I guess, in the offense, trying to figure out what that defense is doing. No turnover.
And good defense inside. Here comes Polis, 1-on-2, lays it up. It rolls around and out, no good. Hubbard the rebound. Warren kicks it ahead quickly to Young. Young's got on Stevens, throws it up left-handed, no good. Rebound, Klopp.
Yeah, good time to see at that set play here, Jay.
Biven tried to take it down the lane, had it stripped away. Ball quickly up the floor. Hubbard throws it up.
Good foul.
And I think it's going to be on the floor, and it is.
Yeah, good foul by the senior. It was probably an easy layup for Hubbard, and Elijah grabbed onto Hubbard and didn't let him get to the basket. So on the floor, Railers with 14 fouls now. 6:11 left. Railers up 14-7 here in the second quarter. Conway will check in for Gowan.
Hubbard, Simmons, Warren. Warren looked like he traveled, tried to kick it to Young, threw it through his hands.
Nice
and
pass.
The turnover goes to Lincoln.
Yeah, nice pass by Warren and went right through the hands of Young, and Young kind of gives him a slap on the butt and says, sorry, buddy, my fault.
Polis ahead to Biven. Biven looking, goes in the corner, Klopp. Klopp guarded by Young. Out front, Polis, Stevens, Conway, in the corner, Biven. Biven looks to take his man, will kick it back out. Railers will reset the offense. Conway, out front, Polis to Biven. Now we do the handoff out front between the 3 guards.
Yeah, the thing is, though, Centennial just stands there and waits for you because they're switching everything, so there's not a lot of openings.
In the corner, Biven.
Now how long you can go with Cook on the bench, really our main threat for a post-up, and I think right now you got Jaden down there that does a good job of all that, but he's not a big scorer.
Klopp tried to kick it away, and Jermaine Springfield picked the pass off. Tried to get it to Conway across court, and the bounce pass picked off by Jermaine Springfield. Turnover goes to Centennial. Hubbard, Warren play catch with it out front. Inside Springfield, that's a big guy going down the lane, throws it up, no good. Young and Polis battle for the rebound. Ball gonna go Lincoln's way.
Yeah, good job by Polis battling with the big boy underneath Young, and we're able to get Young to knock it out of bounds. So big possession here for the Railers. Been kind of stagnant on offense so far. The Railer defense hold them tight.
Cookie about to come back into the basketball game. Into Klopp right at the free throw line. Kicks it, Stevens, 3 out of the corner. No, back of the iron. Rebound battle by Biven, and Biven's going to get called for the foul. Hubbard had position on him inside. Biven went up for the basketball, got called for the push. Cook back in the basketball game. Jaden Klopp, and Jake Biven sits down as Aiden Gowan comes in.
Yeah, Jake's first team foul, 5 on the Railers. Gowan will come in and replace Biven, so you've got a little bit different a lineup. Not sure we've seen this one out here.
4:30 to go in the second quarter. And Hubbard, the long 3, no good. Ball off, I think it went off of Cook's hands. Let's see what the officials did call him. Yep, it stays Centennial basketball. That came off the rim like a line drive.
Well, that's a tough one to rebound. That's almost a rebound for the guards.
He was lucky to get a hand on it. Oh, and they lost Young down underneath. Cook had to go get him as he went up for the shot. And Cook is going to get called for his second foul.
Yeah, and really that's a foul that can't happen just because Cook's in the wrong place. I mean, that ball came from the outside of the three-point line, and his side, he should be right around in the middle of the lane, and that ball went right through the middle of the lane. And it should have been an interception by a safety, or probably would never have gotten past because Cook should have been there in the first place.
Klopp's going to have to come back in the basketball game as Peyton Cook sits down with 2 fouls. And a bucket. Young missed the second free throw, and it stays 14-7. Well, Josh, we haven't really seen them shoot much in the way of free throws yet, at least make them.
Yeah, you're right. They haven't done well from the free throw line. They've really struggled to score too here against the Railer 1-2-2.
Polis, Gowan, out front Klopp. Polis going to drive on Hubbard. Thought about the 10-foot turnaround, kicks it out. Stevens up, no, it rolled around, almost went back in. And Klopp's going to get called for the foul as Young had position inside.
Yeah, and here, what you're going to get close to now is you get a team that's struggling to score, but you're real close to putting them in a bonus, and actually you are now, I think.
Yep, they are in the bonus.
So the 7th team foul for the Railers. I thought that was the next one.
And we've got a Top Hat Creamery timeout on the floor. Let's send it back to the station for a 30-second timeout and come back with the remainder of the second quarter. Josh, you just got a text, a welcome text from one of the Farmer boys. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, Lady Railers are victorious over, was it Mattoon? Mattoon, yes, 56-48. So they were winners of their Thanksgiving tournament. Now we hope the boys can bring home a first place as well.
Lincoln up 7 as Champaign Centennial breaks from Coach Tim Lavin's huddle, and now the rail splitters come out. You know, Josh, you hate to see, I hate to say it, but you hate to see the two type of fouls that Cook got and that Klopp got. Klopp was not going to get that basketball from Jack Young, and I appreciate trying, but at the same time, you don't want to commit foolish fouls either.
Yeah, you're right. Well, and thank goodness they're not making free throws, because there they get. God,
and Klopp stepped on the end line. He got bumped, I think, by his own teammate, got knocked on the end line.
Yeah, and two guys underneath for the Rail. Just sloppy, really, right now. Concentration and things going a little bit different now that we've seen from this Railer team. So the good thing is Champaign can't get it going either.
Coleman goes inside to Springfield. 10-foot turnaround. Nobody covers him. Young goes up for the rebound. Tried to tap it in. Couldn't get it. He and Klopp collided. No call. And Polis will come out of there with the basketball. Polis. Saucy now double teamed against the pressure, and he got hit a couple of times, knocked to the floor, and he's going to get called for falling out of bounds with the basketball.
Yeah, and right now the Railers really hesitant on what we're doing offensively and what we're trying to do offensively with anything. You know, they go double team the first pass in, and then Tyler's got his trouble with where he's supposed to go with it. So a little bit different defense that Coach Lavin's throwing at him, and that's what good coaches do is they switch it up on you.
Camden Nelson into the basketball game. Polis working on Coleman out front, pushes him way out front. Or excuse me, Makabu. Now to Coleman, back to Makabu. Makabu, Trey Warren. Warren goes corner, thought about throwing the three up, got trapped in the corner. Springfield to Young, reverse layup, good.
Yeah, and really that sometimes that middle's wide open and our backs come up way too high, and then Young's just been able to get open and loose on that short porch, that baseline area.
Saucy, Gowan, Polis, corner Saucy. They're going to look like they were going to double team him in the post to Klopp. Klopp, good bounce past Polis, kicks it out, Gowan. Fake the three, got his man up, throws it up, no good, air ball. Young kicks it out of there. Here comes Warren on the run. 1-on-4, Warren down the lane, lays it up, no good, rebound Saucy. Polis the basketball. He'll bring it up to Gowan. Gowan, Saucy, Nelson. Ball knocked out of bounds by Warren into the Champaign bench, into their fans.
Yeah, I remember when Coach was saying the other night that we'll have lapses where we'll struggle to score. Well, we're in one right now. 14, we've been stuck on that for a while. And we're just not attacking, you know, and give a little credit to Champaign. Their defense is really stuck inside that three-point line. They're not coming out to pressure us a whole lot, and we're not able to get by them, or we're not able to get our feet set for an easy jump shot.
Polis looks, and got bumped from behind. Foul, I believe, is going to go against Coleman. And that will be his first and their third of the first half. You know, Josh, it's something we see in a young team. You get a different defense thrown at you, and you're trying to figure out what you're seeing and react to it, and we're struggling with that a little bit right now.
Here they go to double that first pass now again.
And a timeout taken by Lincoln. And it looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. Josh, we're going to keep it right here. Yeah, we're going through a lapse right now where we're not scoring. And as we saw again right there, the double team and not really able to recognize what you're supposed to do in that situation.
Well, we've kind of seen this through the first couple of games too. A defense, they start out in something. It's mainly been man pressure. And it's taken us a little bit of minutes, a half a quarter or a quarter to get kind of used to it. Well, now Champaign Centennial is kind of doing something different. So it's taken us a little more time to figure this one out. So as the experience goes with just overall awareness of the game, now you're talking about in-game strategy and situations that happen on different possessions that it takes us a little bit longer to kind of process.
Well, as Coach said the other night, you can practice against yourself all you want, but it is going to be different in a game situation. Nelson, backcourt Polis. Polis will bring the basketball across the timeline to Nelson. Camden Nelson to Biven. Biven, Klopp in the corner, Polis. Polis, Stevens. Stevens, Klopp at the free throw line. In the corner, Nelson. Three on the way. He made it, but no shot. And Champaign's going to get called for a foul as they knock Darren Stevens to the floor.
Yeah, right as soon as we hit a three and Nelson gets open in the corner, they call a foul on a shove on a screen.
Foul is on 23, Coleman, his second. Ball kicked out front to Polis. Inside Klopp. Klopp had it stripped away by Young, and here comes Jack Young on their own to Warren. Warren lays it up and good.
Yeah, when they can get out and run too, boy, Warren and Young can really get up and down the floor.
Polis across the timeline between the circles to Nelson. Nelson's going to get double teamed. Quickly got it away to Klopp, and now Jaden Klopp out front to Biven. Biven, Stevens. Nelson. Nelson thought about the three. Had a guy right on him. Coleman's right on him. Goes inside Klopp. Klopp kicks it to Stevens. Three on the way. Back of the iron. Rebound. Biven went for it. Makabu knocked to the floor. No call. To Warren. Warren quickly ahead to Coleman. Coleman against Polis. They trap him in the corner. Got him trapped. Ball batted away. Makabu has it out front. Didn't take the shot. He'll reset to Warren. Warren Springfield at the free throw line. Makabu the long three. Clanked it off the iron. And Klopp will pick up the rebound. 45 seconds to go. Possession arrow favors Centennial. 14-11 the Lincoln lead. Nelson to Biven. Biven wide open down the lane. Lays it up and good.
Yeah, and when we need a basket, we generally find him, and he figures out some way to get us a hoop. So nice little curl cut there by Biven, and Biven got in. I thought he took some contact too from Young after the shot, but Jake's one of the stronger ones on our team.
Coleman the long three. He clanks it off the iron. Ball batted out of bounds, and it looked like it was knocked out of bounds by Jake Biven. Nice curl cut, as you said, by Biven, and a good pass by Camden Nelson to get him the basketball. Camden Nelson will take his seat. Aiden Gowan comes back in. 17 and a half seconds to go here in quarter number 2. Inside to Springfield. He got it to Makabu. Ball batted away to Springfield back down the lane. Clanked it off the back of the iron. Rebound Polis. Here comes Polis in a hurry. Threw a pass behind Klopp. Tip to Biven. Biven three on the way.
Yeah, he got it.
First scoring three from half court by Jake Biven. Count the basket. It's 19-11. The Rail Splitters lead. Minutes with the Grau Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, please welcome to the floor your Lincoln Railer dance team under the direction of Gene Miner's Hagen. Tonight's performance choreographed by Michaela Cohen. Ladies, take it away.
6 days. 6 days.
Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Lincoln up 19-11 here at the half against Champaign Centennial. The Lady Railers already won the championship of the Pain of Thanksgiving tournament, 56-48 over Mattoon. Chloe Frobe was the tournament MVP, and also Ryan Stolzenberg named to the all-tournament team. Josh, we've held a team that scored over 70 twice and 67 once in this tournament, and we've held them to 11 points here in the first half.
Yeah, and it's hard.
And put them at the free throw line.
You're right. Yeah, they haven't made free throws. It's hard to say why too, because we've seen these games before ours, and I came to a couple games yesterday, and some teams have shot the ball pretty well from the perimeter, but I think they've always been open, so open that it's been like I'm in practice and I got time. And you don't have time against the 1-2-2. We seem to have someone on you most of the time. And I don't know if they're rushed a little bit or just out of rhythm or what it is. But, yeah, the Railer defense has done well and rebounded well. We haven't gotten that really we got out-rebounded the first night on Monday, but it was only by 3 to Cahokia. And other than that, the Railers have been right there or have out-rebounded each opponent. And when you can play defense like this on top of not letting them score again or try to score again, you can cause some problems for some other teams.
You know, I was a little worried at first when David Hubbard, they got the ball in the middle to him and he hit that 15-footer in the lane. Lawrence Thomas at Southeast has been about the best against the 1-2-2, about having somebody there at the free throw line to get in the middle of the defense, and I thought that's the way Champaign was going to go at first. But after that, he kind of became a non-factor, and most of their offense ran through Jack Young trying to get behind our defense.
Yeah, and they tried to get it into the free throw line and then dump it down to Young, or they went over the top of our big guys. And remember, really, we didn't have Cookie for a lot of that first half. He had foul trouble. He played a lot in the first quarter, but then got his second foul early in that second quarter. So we were without him, and give some credit to Klopp and those guys underneath for controlling the paint.
What you got for first half scoring, my friend?
Yeah, not a whole lot. Fortunately for us, the Chargers struggling to score. They've got 11 here at half. They were led by Young, the big guy underneath. The lefty, 6'5" senior, had 5 points, 4 for Trey Warren. We knew he would score, and 2 for David Hubbard. The Railers, in return, were led by a huge shot there to end the second quarter. Jake Biven with 14 big first half points. 3 from a Chris Coyne three-pointer for Elijah Paulus, and 2 for Peyton Cook to round out the 19 for the Railers. So 19-11 here, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here at halftime. We'll take a break. We'll be back here from Coach Neil Alexander Court. You're in the Ground Corporate and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
cast of a couple thousand here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium tonight. Good crowd filed in, especially opposite the Lincoln and Centennial bench. Centennial has come back onto the floor. In fact, came back onto the floor about a minute ago. And the Lincoln Rail Splitters still down in their locker room waiting for final instructions from Neil Alexander and the Lincoln coaching staff. Lincoln up 19-11 at halftime on Champaign Centennial. Champaign Centennial got to the title game last night by defeating a good Belleville West team and won the tiebreaker to come out and face Lincoln tonight for the championship game of the Eaton Electrical Tournament. Again, this is the 59th Thanksgiving tournament Lincoln has played in since 1963. There were a couple of years during the mid-60s they didn't play in a Thanksgiving tournament. Some of the Thanksgiving tournaments they played in were hosted at Normal. And then Lincoln during the 70s had an agreement with Collinsville High School to alternate hosting the round robin each and every year. And when Neil Alexander came on board, the round robin tournament has been pretty much here every year and sponsored by the Eaton Electrical Corporation. My broadcast partner, Josh Komnick, has rejoined me.
Yeah, I had to get a water.
Hey, Josh, you know, we talked about the ME Realty list of the game, ball handling, Peyton Cook, and getting to the free throw line. Well, we did get a couple of free throws. Peyton Cook has sat a lot and really didn't get that many touches in the first half, mostly because he did sit a lot with foul trouble. Our ball handling has been, I think, a little bit improved. There are times where it isn't necessarily ball handling where we've dribbled it away or really thrown the ball away. We've gotten caught in some traps and really didn't recognize what to do.
Well, and I think that'll be one thing that Coach Alexander and the staff goes over at halftime is how to combat that first pass trap that Champaign's doing, and we've seen it. We've seen that done a lot to the Railers in the past, especially by Southeast Lanphier, where the Railers ran so many sets that first pass initiated everything on their offense, and what everybody tried to do was take that away. And so you see a little bit with the Chargers now. Centennial's doing that, and now we've got to figure out how to get out of how to stop or get away from that and still continue to run your offense.
And Josh, I think we're going to have at least maybe one, but two other guys I think step up and start doing some scoring. We can't continue to rely on Biven and Cook to provide virtually everything. Camden Nelson did hit that three. Unfortunately, it didn't count because of a foul. Elijah Polis stepped up and hit a three. We need somebody to step up and do a little more scoring.
All right, yeah. My daughter brought us some popcorn.
There you go. Hey, that's some of the best popcorn you'll find.
Wow, what a girl.
Second half underway. Champaign Centennial has the possession. Ball into Warren. Warren goes right down the lane, threw it off of Young's hand. Ooh, I thought that went off of Young's hand, but hey, I'm far away. The officials on the
floor.
Well,
it looked like he just kind of bobbled it and didn't kind of lost it by himself. I didn't see any Railer hit it out.
I didn't see it either, but hey, my vision's not what it used to be. Makabu to Warren at the rail splitter sign on the right wing. Left wing Coleman. Back out front Warren. Warren kicks it in Hubbard. Down baseline Young. There goes Warren with three on the way. No good. Young bats the ball, kicks it back in, and Makabu chases it down in the front court to Warren.
Railers got the miss by Warren, but just couldn't get the rebound, and they're starting to. Nice steal by Gowan.
Nice pickoff by Gowan. Gowan 1-on-3, and wisely he goes into Cook. Cook down on the baseline, spins up and no good, and he's going to get the foul.
Yeah, not exactly the play you want. Cook. I always liked on that block to kind of spin middle and half hook because it's hard for that defense to go through you. But Cook went the opposite way, but did get fouled. So Cook will go to the free throw line. The Railers, 1 of 2 from the free throw line tonight, I believe.
Trey Warren. Correct, that is true. Biven, I think, was 1 of 2. Trey Warren, the foul, his first, team's first in the second half, and Cookie
Cook up nice, nice release for Cook. That nice tight spin on the basketball, and good arc for the junior.
6'5" junior spins the ball, dribbles it a couple of times, eyes it up and rolls it home. 21-11, Lincoln up double digits. Cookie with 4. 7:12 to go here in the third quarter. Ball kicked ahead to Makabu. Makabu, Hubbard, Makabu. As Champaign passes the ball around, and a good pass from Young to Hubbard. He lays it up and good. Nice cut down the lane by David Hubbard. Good look by Jack Young. Centennial now has 13. It's 21-13. 6:49 to go. Don't forget, Mike Moskey Auction Service. Phone 217-519-3959. And MoskeyAuction.com, one of our fine sponsors. Out front, Polis, Biven, inside Cook. Cook goes up, throws it up. No shot. It's going to be on the floor, and I think the foul's going to go against Hubbard.
Yeah, Coach Lavin not happy with the call there. Cook got hit going up, and
that's the third foul on David Hubbard. And Polis having trouble getting it in, and intercepted by Warren. Warren and Gowan with the foul. And Warren wanted the continuation. He's not going to get it. It's going to be on the floor.
Yeah, good foul there by Gowan. Paulus kind of did the same thing in the second quarter where they had a run out, but Railers have had a little trouble with that. Not getting the ball in bounds off the inbound underneath, and we used to never have that issue as far as you almost 80% it was you were going to score, let alone just worry about getting the ball in.
They inbound the ball under their basket. Gowan all over Makabu out front. Makabu, Coleman, Warren. Warren with Sassi on him. Railer defense has done a pretty good job of finding Warren out by the three-point line. He's really only put up one. Warren, three-pointer on the way, no good. Bounced off the side of the board, and Jermaine Springfield picked up the rebound, lays it up and in.
Yeah, just kind of dumb luck there. Hit kicked off the bank board. Warren had no chance of getting that ball to go in. It was such a line drive shot.
Polis kicks it Sassi. Sassi's going to get fouled, I believe, by Coleman.
One thing would be nice, Jay, is to get the Chargers in, or get us in a bonus. The Chargers fouling too much, where we can get some easy points from the free throw line.
That's 3 early fouls on them. The third foul on Coleman. So Tim Lavin's got 2 guys with 3 fouls. Great pass into Cook, lays it up and in. Cook got good position in the lane. A great pass from Polis. He lays it up and in. 23-15, the Lincoln lead. Coleman tries to bull his way in. And gets called for the travel.
Didn't have anywhere to go. Saucy and Paulus over there with a little bit of a trap, I think, and then 23 just tried to do a little too much with the basketball.
Josh, I hadn't noticed this before, but Tim Lavin doesn't have much of a bench down there. I think he got 8 players down there.
No, and I noticed that the other night. They just don't have. I don't know if it's numbers or what's going on there, sickness or something.
Gowan the basketball goes in the lane, kicks it out front. Polis, Gowan. Gowan, Sassi in the corner against Springfield. Out front, Polis. Gowan the long 3. A Chris Coyne State Farm 3 from 22 feet for Aiden Gowan. 26-15, the Lincoln lead.
Well, he's got a nice looking shot too for a sophomore. Not a big guy, so he's got to get it off and get it high, but he has nice tight rotation on the basketball and good, excellent arch.
Simmons in the game. Warren nearly threw the ball away to him. Warren out front, going to take it in. 15-footer, in and out, no good. Rebound, Jake Biven rips it down.
You look on the Centennial roster, they've got 12, 15 guys on the roster, but only 3 for Coach Lavin to choose from tonight.
Polis to Sassi between the circles, right wing Gowan. Gowan to Polis to Sassi. Sassi, they're looking inside Cook. He's being fronted by Young. Polis going to take it down the lane. No, Biven down the lane to Cook.
Nice
great
pass.
Dish, lays it up and in.
Yeah, great pass by Biven. He eluded the charge from Young and still got it to Cook.
That's a Top Hat Creamery timeout for Tim Lavin. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Josh, let's keep it right here. We're up 13, 28-15 over Champaign Centennial. We're playing pretty good right now.
Yeah, it's moving the ball a little bit more and got aggressive. Obviously, the big 3 by Gowan there, and then they're helping down with a guy on Cook way far away. And I think last time this man was guarding Biven, and Biven got the reversal. Well, his man was coming from helping down low on Cook, and Biven went right by him as they kind of his man was coming at him, and Jake went the other way and ended up in a nice layup and a nice pass from Jake to Cookie.
Don't forget, Top Hat Creamery. Stop by before or after the game for a sweet treat in the Lincoln Arcade Building. It's a great time for any time. It's a great time for ice cream. As I told Josh last night, I don't necessarily need it, but I want it.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what I got a son that has a lot of that. Doesn't actually need anything, but he wants everything.
That's right. Worth and Associates Realtors, honest caring realtors serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1974. Call 217-735-3411 or go to worthrealtors.com. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Don't forget Emmy Realty and Town and Country Bank. They sponsor our live video feed. Centennial of basketball. Just under 4.5 to go here in the third quarter. Possession arrow favors Lincoln as Centennial works the ball in the backcourt. Springfield quickly ahead to Simmons, to Warren. Warren holds the basketball out front. Now starts against the Lincoln defense. Warren in the corner, Simmons. Simmons, long three, looks good, and it was up and good.
Yeah, Simmons comes in and, boy, didn't need a lot of time to get it going either. He got it and threw it up there, and it went in.
Adam Simmons, 5'10 senior, cuts the lead to 10. Polis to Bivin. They're looking inside Cook, and Cook and Young having a heck of a battle inside. Bivin, the basketball out front, Gowan. Gowan, Polis. They're trying to isolate Cook.
Yeah, Simmons is on Bivin, too. I think we need to get Jake something on a curl cut or somewhere where he can turn the corner and get by him.
Polis against Springfield to Gowan.
Right now
to Bivin. Bivin looked to cut. Now in trouble. And the pass to Sassi, and they're going to call Bivin for the travel. Must have drugged the foot, Josh.
Yeah, I couldn't see. There was a lot of people around Jake at that time, but Top Hat Creamery timeout.
Another Top Hat Creamery timeout. Let's look. This is going to be a full timeout, so we'll send it back to the station for this 30-second message from one of our fine sponsors. At Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, where Lincoln leads 28-18 over Champaign Centennial with 3:28 to go here in the third quarter. Hey, Josh, you noticed that they had moved the flag, but I noticed something else too. The words from the school song are not up. The record boards down there on the end are all gone. I wonder if they're painting them.
I think they did repaint it over the summer and just have not had a chance to put back up some of the stuff, I think.
Now that you mention it, I believe you're correct. It's a strange, we notice strange things here, don't we?
Well, when you're here this often,
yeah,
you tend to look around a little bit.
Champaign inbounds the basketball. Trey Warren out front, Makabu to Warren. Warren thought about the long three to Makabu. Simmons looked like he was going to try it again, and then there came Cook. Out to Makabu.
Well, you notice, Jed, too, the 1-2-2. We really don't trap a whole lot here in the corner anymore. It's kind of one-on-one with our back with their guy in the corner. You see Cook, he'll come out by himself, and Paulus kind of stays out for that pass out on the wing.
Oh, and Paulus thought about taking that one away from Makabu. A little bit of a dangerous pass there to Warren. Makabu going to drive down the lane, kicks it in traffic, knocked away. Looked like Sassi might have knocked it away.
Yeah, he did.
And Paulus picks up the basketball. Good hands by Tyler Sassi. Quickly ahead to Gowan. Sassi out front. Inside Cook. Cook going to work against Young. Pass to Paulus, 5-footer up, no good. A little bit short, actually it's about a 10-footer. And here comes Warren on the run. Bivin right behind him. Good job of getting back by Jake Bivin.
Yeah, we have gotten beat a couple times back, and some of that is because we had guys offensive rebounding, but these guys do a great job of hustling back and stopping the basketball. We noticed that a couple times last night.
Simmons the basketball out front, Makabu. Makabu, Simmons. Warren gets trapped in the corner, out front Simmons.
Warren just looking for Young.
Warren, three on the way, got it. Trey Warren, we know he can shoot it. He knocked that one down, 28-21.
It's the opposite of good rotation, but and it's flat, but he got it to go that time.
Paulus to Gowan. Bivin, Sassi. Inside Cook, middle of the lane, 5-foot turnaround, good.
Yeah, nice move by Cookie there, got it in, and he kind of went middle, and then turned and baseline. for the shot, and that's a tough shot to not only make, but a tough shot to guard as well.
Simmons now trapped, looking for help. Tipped away by Saucy. Young got it anyway. Threw the ball up, and Gowan comes up with the rebound as Bivin gets knocked to the floor. 30-21, the Lincoln lead. A minute 11 to go. Bivin, good pass inside. Cook lays it up and good.
Boy, Jake's becoming a great passer too. You know, that's 2 times where he's found Cook's man came out. Jake did his normal great shot fake, and then got it right into Cook, and Cook with an easy one. There's
and knocked away. Great defense by Bivin. Paulus picks up the basketball. Lincoln has the possession arrow. Will we run the clock, or will we get the first open look? And it's knocked away by Springfield. Makabu's going to pick it up, and now Centennial into the front court. Warren, the long 3, no good. That one from almost 30 feet. Paulus picks up the basketball.
Yeah, I think Coach is going to call out here and get a last-second shot now. 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
Saucy out front. Lincoln trying to extend the Champaign defense. Cook posted inside against Young. Young looks a little bit tired inside right now.
I like Cookie posting, but he knows what we're going to do. Don't get a 3-second call.
That's right. Paulus the basketball out front.
It's only called about twice a year, so don't do it right now.
And this would be the time it'd get called. There's Saucy. Cook baseline, 15-footer baseline. No. Rebound. Gowan got it, throws it up. No good. Bivin underneath, got it. And at the end of 3 quarters, it's Lincoln 34, Centennial 21. We'll be back in 1 minute with the last period of this basketball game. Are bringing some hardware home from the Paint of Thanksgiving tournament. They won tonight, and the boys looking to do the same here in the Eaton Electrical tournament, up 34-21 with the possession arrow. A great play by Jake Bivin to end the third quarter. Let's see what we run here. Ball thrown inside to Cook. Cook just absolutely got hit, and Neil's wondering where the foul was. Jermaine Springfield came right over his back, knocked the ball out of bounds, knocked Cook all around, but the ball goes out of bounds to Centennial. In the backcourt, Lincoln up 34-21, still in the backcourt. Now Makabu brings it across the timeline. Hubbard back in the basketball game. Centennial with 2 guys, 3 fouls. Hubbard and Coleman. Their 2 primary threats, Young and Warren. Young across the court to Warren and throws it into the Champaign section.
Yeah, watch the press here now. I see Coach Lavin doing a little whistle, and everybody in the white jerseys start to come up a little bit more. So not only you got a tough place to throw it in from.
Well, we have and the officials stopping play for a second.
Somebody with them did not check in.
Oh, boy. And we've got Stevens, Conway, Polis, Gowan, and Cook on the floor. They have Springfield, Young, Makabu, Warren, and Hubbard. So the officials conferring. And now going over to talk to Neil Alexander.
Not sure what that was all about.
I'm not either. I thought maybe I was with you. I thought, well, somebody didn't check in, or we're going to see a technical.
Well, they kept staring at 34 for Centennial like he didn't check in, but I think he's been in before.
Yes, he has. And ahead to Cook, dangerous pass, and Cook is going to get fouled.
Yeah, Cook's got to be a little more self-aware of once you break that press that people are coming from behind, and they're coming behind hard, and we got lucky there that we got the foul.
Foul first on Todd Makabu, their 4th. In the corner, Stevens. Stevens tries to go into Cook. Got it! Cook reverse layup, lays it in! Peyton Cook had to go down and get that basketball. He was lucky to get the reverse. Got it in. We're up 36-21. And stolen by Gowan. Lays it up and no good. Batted out of bounds, and it's going to stay Lincoln basketball.
Yeah, we've seen times where Cook has had hands that it just looks like he's got a little butter on him, and it falls off, and then sometimes he's grabbed it, and he's looked great with real powerful, strong hands and fingers just like he did there.
Inbounds to Gowan. Gowan, Conway. Conway, Stevens. Looks at Polis in the corner. Throws it to Polis in the corner. And what's the call here? We've got a foul underneath. It's going to go against Centennial. And I think it may go against Jack Young the way the official's staring. Let's see.
Right. Well, we talked about the Railers getting in the bonus. We're getting closer and closer now. 5 team fouls for Champaign Centennial.
Foul is on Jack Young. That is his first. So there are 2 primary scoring threats with 1 foul each. But Tim Lavin doesn't have a deep bench here in case they start fouling guys out. And a timeout by Lincoln before we can get the ball inbounds. They've got 5 fouls. We only have 1. And it's a 30-second timeout. Josh will keep it right here. Josh, 6:53 to go. You'd have to imagine Champaign might end up doing some fouling to put us in the bonus. And that's going to be interesting to see if we can make free throws down the stretch.
Yeah, we just haven't gotten there to know really yet what kind of free throw shooting team we've got. They're pretty decent shooters from the perimeter. So we've seen Cook and Biven do a decent job so far from the line, but we've really struggled to get the ball in bounds, Jay, whether it's underneath the basket on full court or even where we've got a lot of plays that coach has designed even from when I played that are designed for scores, and we're struggling just to, he has to call a timeout right there to get the ball in bounds.
So we'll try it again. Polis underneath the Lincoln basket on the student side of it. Polis had Cook wide open in the corner, but instead goes out to Conway. Ball knocked away. Conway touches it last, and it'll go over to Champaign Centennial.
Right there, Elijah's got Cook sitting in the corner wide open, and at that point, if he doesn't see it, Cook's got to give him a little clap or hey, I'm open here.
Hubbard goes down the lane against Cook. Cook was arms straight up in the air, but he turned the body, and I think he's going to get nailed for the foul. Yep. Peyton Cook, that is his third, and the team's second, but Hubbard is going to go to the line with 2 shots, 6:44 to go. Hard. Back of the iron, rolled around, no good. Jake Biven going to come back in the basketball game and replace Aiden Gowan.
So right now you've got Conway, Paulus, Biven, Stevens, and Cook on the floor for the Railers.
Second one short up, no good. Polis got the rebound. Hubbard batted it away from him. Polis chases it down. And Polis gets it across the free throw line in a hurry to Biven in the corner. Biven going to drive it into the lane, lays it up, got it!
Yeah,
body's flying all over the place. No call, but he got it.
Yeah, nice floater too. I thought he had a chance to use the bakeboard just from the angle that we had, but Jake didn't need it, and another big basket. Give Jake 18 on the night.
Coleman, the lefty, the long 3. Hubbard hit it, knocks it out of bounds. Going to go Lincoln basketball. We're up 38-21. 6:14 to go in a basketball game. Biven the basketball into the front court. Out front, Stevens. And now to Elijah Polis. To Biven. To Polis. Polis, ball knocked away by Warren into the Lincoln student section. It'll stay Lincoln basketball. Boy, Josh, now's the time they'd like to break their back and start putting this thing away.
Yeah, you're right. And if you can get this, let's hope you can get it to 20, and that seems to be that magic number where teams don't think you can come back. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the fourth.
Polis looking inside Cook, out front Stevens. Stevens picked up his dribble, kicks it to Polis. Polis to Biven, to Conway. Now Cook posting inside. Railers running a lot of motion here. Polis looking inside Cook, Young fronting him.
Yeah, don't force anything. If you can run some clock off, eventually They're going to get tired of playing D.
Biven thought about taking a drive again. Now Polis is going to get trapped. Gets it ahead to Stevens. Stevens, Conway, inside Cook. Cook triple teamed and going to get called for the foul. He got bumped, going to get called for the foul. Or going to get called for the travel.
Travel, yeah. That's pretty good movement, though, by the Railers. Nice head fake there by Conway, and Conway did a good job of throwing the bounce pass into Cook. And as Cook grows and gets older and a little bit stronger even, those won't be travels anymore.
No, it won't be. And I think Springfield is the one that bumped him. And Peyton's given up probably a good 30 pounds to Springfield. Wouldn't surprise me. If you told me Springfield played football, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
In the corner, Warren. Coleman. Out front, Hubbard inside to Springfield. 5-foot turnaround, up and good. Nice touch by the big guy inside. 38-23, the Lincoln lead. 4:51 to go in a basketball game. Conway, cross court to Polis. And now Champaign will fall back into their man-to-man defense. Polis out front against Warren. Referee with the count on, goes to Stevens. Stevens to Conway. Conway, Polis to Biven. Biven to Conway. Out front, Polis. Railers being very patient here. Good cut by Biven. Biven had it stripped away by Young. And here comes Champaign in a hurry. A 15-point Lincoln lead. Warren fake the three. Kicks it in the corner, Hubbard. Hubbard drives baseline. Stevens goes up with him. Ball up on the backboard. Young the rebound. Up no good. And Peyton Cook hauls it out of there. And I think we may have a jump ball and a possession arrow Champaign.
Officials timeout.
And we've got an officials timeout here on the floor. Let's send it back to the station for 30 seconds. We'll be back. 4 minutes to go. Lincoln up 38-23. Up 38-23 with 4 minutes to go here in the basketball game. Jake Biven with 18 on the night. Peyton Cook with 14. Josh, they have 5 fouls right now. We have 2. We're very close to the bonus. They haven't fouled us in a while. Not sure when they might start to put us at the free throw line, if they will at all.
Yeah, I think normally you got to try to get closer to 10, I would think, and maybe closer to that 2-minute mark. I don't think right now you want to start putting the Railers at the free throw line. Just a little early for that yet. And if they just knock down a bunch and you're just giving points away. So I think that'll come. Just hopefully not, because that means the game's gotten a little closer.
Would you expect them maybe at this possession to extend a full court pressure and pressure the inbounds pass?
Well, they're going to do something a little bit different to make the Railers a lot more uncomfortable than they have been.
That was a good look by Stevens to Gowan. Gowan kicks it to Cook. What a great pass by Aiden Gowan. A good position by Peyton Cook.
Yeah, again, easy break of the press by the Railers. Gowan just went down, then went baseline, and a little wraparound pass to Cook.
40-25, the Lincoln lead. 3:26 to go in a basketball game. Warren at the volleyball line, going to try and take it into the lane. Looks like he might have traveled to Hubbard. Hubbard misses the 3, and Paulus is going to get called on the push. Elijah Paulus got called on the push on the rebound. His second, team's third. Inside to Springfield, Warren, Young back behind the defense, but Cook kind of watching him. Let's hope we keep an eye on him.
Yeah, let's just let them keep dribbling the ball out there too.
You know, Josh, I've wondered with some of the other defenses we saw, as Springfield turns around, puts it up, no good, rebound Stevens, if the fact that we've got 3 guys out on the perimeter might have caused Champaign to hesitate to take those 3-pointers tonight.
Yeah, we've gotten out there, and Biven again.
Layup time, Biven, good.
Yeah, again, that right-handed dribble is strong when he wants to curl and get to the rim, and Biven having a career night tonight.
Bump on Biven. He was trying to stop Hubbard from coming down the lane.
Railers up 42-25 with 2:40 left, and you're talking about Bivin possibly being I don't know if they have a MVP of the tournament, but I don't know anybody that's done more for their team, more than Jake has.
In the corner, Coleman, left-handed three, up, no good, side of the board, ball on the floor. Gowan, it'll be first and goal. Possession arrow goes to Lincoln on the jump ball. Give credit to Aiden Gowan for getting down on the floor. Wait a minute.
Well,
what's the call?
Jump ball.
Oh. Okay, I wasn't sure that was going to be the call there for a second. They had to confer about it. Stevens thought, and almost a bad pass into Paulus. Paulus, great hands to pick it up, gets it ahead to Gowan. They break the press. Stevens out front, Bivin in the corner, Paulus. Cook pushing with Hubbard inside. They took Young, and they've got Young on Bivin now. Gowan, cross-court Stevens. Railers have spread the floor. Baseline, Cookie Monster. Cookie goes in, is going to get called for the foul. Offensive foul on Peyton Cook. And,
yeah, tough one there. I don't know.
Yeah.
How many charges Cook's going to be backing down on anybody?
Peyton's come a long way, but I don't think that strength is there yet.
No, not to back down and bowl over someone.
No. Coleman got it across to Hubbard. Now Warren thought about popping the three, didn't get it off. Coleman over to Warren. Warren thought about it again, couldn't get it off. Cook was right there. Hubbard traveled, no call. Traveled again going down the lane, and he's going to draw the foul. And that foul was on Jake Bivin. That is his third.
Yeah, the Railers got 6 quick ones. I mean, there for a while we were pretty good shape. Foul trouble-wise, the game is pretty much in hand, I think, at this point. But we were at 2 fouls and now back to, now at 6 already.
One thing for sure, Josh, their free throw shooting, they haven't capitalized on it for anything.
No, you're right.
Hubbard misses the first one. Second one up and got it. 42-26 the Lincoln lead. They apply that full court pressure. Coleman all over Polis. Polis dribbles against the press, and he's going to get fouled, and that'll be the 16th foul on Centennial. Jalen Coleman, that is his fourth. Gowan inbounds the basketball in front of the Champaign bench. Looks, gets it in. Nope, stolen by Young. Young going to come down, lays it up, and got it. Minute 27 to go in a basketball game, and a timeout taken by Champaign Centennial. Top Hat Creamery timeout. Let's see if this is a 30 or a full timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Josh, again, a little bit of trouble getting the ball inbounds.
Yeah, it's been an issue all game long, and really up until now we haven't had a tough job of it or a rough job of it in the full court. And I thought the first 3 games we were getting pressured a lot more full court. Now we're having trouble on the sideline out of bounds and even underneath the basket, underneath our own basket, we've had issues getting this. So I don't know if there's not screening going on or the cuts aren't hard or what we've got to do, but that's definitely a cause for concern for Coach Alexander.
So Champaign going to apply full court pressure here. Stevens will take the ball on the Champaign side underneath their basket. Stevens looks for the home run ball. He's going to kick it inside to Polis. Polis trapped in the corner. Quickly ahead to Bivin. Bivin, a man wide open to Cook. Layup time coming. Got it.
Yeah, I think we were all excited there. We thought we might see a 2-handed throwdown, but I'll take the points.
Hubbard. And, Hubbard out of control down the lane. Ran into Jake Bivin. I think Bivin's going to get nailed for the foul, and he did, and that is his fourth. 44-28 the Lincoln lead. Minute 11 to go. Champaign at the free throw line. Next foul, we go to the free throw line. First one for Hubbard, up and good. Rattled it home. 44-29, the Lincoln lead. Jake Biven with 20, Peyton Cook 18.
Yeah, Young just barreled Cook underneath the basket, too. We'll see if this happens again. Peyton's got to get down and push him back.
Second one up and good. Stevens quickly inbounds to Polis. Good job of getting the ball in. Polis to Stevens. Now we got to get it up the floor to Gowan. Gowan still got to get it up the floor. Passes it back to Polis. Polis quickly ahead to Stevens. Stevens in the corner, Biven. Looks inside Cook. Cook kicks it to Polis. Polis layup time, no good. Missed it to Hubbard. Hubbard ahead to Young. Young quickly down the lane. Gowan steps in the lane and steals the ball.
Man, is he fast.
Gowan to Polis. And folks, looks like Lincoln might be able to run the clock out on this one. To Stevens. To Biven. Biven thought about shooting and he's going to kick it back out to Stevens.
He wanted to pad that career high. 20 points for Biven tonight, 18 for Cook, leading the way for the Railers as they did on Friday night, last night.
Lincoln up 44-30. Polis, Gowan to Polis. Lincoln going to try and run the clock out. Polis kicks it to Biven. Biven, Gowan thought about loading her up. Nope, he kicks it out to Biven. 19, 18, 17. Lincoln 15 seconds away from their 32nd Thanksgiving tournament title.
I hate this part of the game. This bothers me. Why people stop playing. The defense stops playing. Hey, if you're going to stop playing here, I'm going to go score. They're just basically just laying there and waiting for us, and they try to turn it on a little bit and then steal it. If they're going to give up, then, I'll go score some points here.
And the crowd comes to their feet. And Lincoln is going to put this one in the books. It's 44-30. The Rail Splitters win over the Centennial Chargers, their 32nd Thanksgiving tournament title in school history. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, come back with all the post-game show right after this 2-minute message.
Congratulations to the Rail Splitters. We'd also wish to extend our congratulations out to Centennial for an excellent tournament.
Back at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, post-game show going on, and a very happy crowd stuck around here as this young basketball team went out and accepted the 2021 Eaton Electoral Tournament. Josh, let's listen here and see if we can get the all-tournament team.
Yeah, we'll try to turn this up so our listeners can hear as well.
Robinson.
Javon Robinson from Danville.
From Centennial, Jack Young.
Centennial, Jack Young. Jack Young tonight had 7 points for the Chargers.
From Belleville Altoff, Danico Rucker.
Belleville Altoff, Danico Rucker.
From Muhammad Seymour, Blake Walters.
Muhammad Seymour was Blake Walters.
From Lincoln, Jake Biven.
From your Lincoln Railers, junior Jake Biven with a career high 20 points tonight for the Railers. Again, this is the all-tournament team.
From Sacred Heart Griffin, Zach Hawkinson.
Sacred Heart Griffin, junior Zach Hawkinson.
From Danville, Martez Rhodes.
Danville, 6'3" senior Martez Rhodes.
From Belleville West, Dalen Bird.
Belleville West,
From Lincoln, Peyton Cook.
Dalen Bird. And from Lincoln, 6'5" junior Peyton Cook. Peyton with 18 tonight.
And finally, from Centennial, Trey Warren.
And as we expected from Centennial, their talented senior guard, Trey Warren. Trey Warren with 7 tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, a 4-round of applause for these 4 young men out here this evening. They worked hard all week. They put up great numbers out on the court.
So, Jay, Railers win it. Don't know that when I came here on Monday night, well, actually I didn't make it Monday, on Wednesday, that I thought that we would be sitting here holding a trophy with a couple of all conference or all tournament guys, but you know, they just played defense and they hustled, and I think they just outworked them for the most part.
You know, and it's no knock against coach or the coaching staff in any way, shape. You and I think the world both, I know, of coach and the coaching staff, but we were not sure what to expect with these kids, and at times we were sitting there going, wow, this is a team that could have some real lapses. They could struggle to score. They would turn the ball. Wednesday night, look at how many times they turned the ball over.
Right.
How many? I'll bet we hadn't had 3 10-second calls in 5 years, and we had 3 of them in the first half on Wednesday night. So you're right. I mean, it's a point where you didn't know what to expect, and to be here and to watch them accept a tournament trophy, that has to be a huge confidence booster for these kids. Not only that, they never gave up more than 40 points. Actually, no more than 37 points a game in this tournament.
And I think that, you know, I don't know that's going to stay like this, but I think the record, if you want to kind of relate to something, the record is, I think we had it at one time at like 38 and 8.5 or something like that. It might be changed now, but yeah, we're just not giving up points. And the thing that was a cause for concern a little bit for me was going to be how well we could rebound if we did get them to miss. And right now we're just doing well, especially on that side of the court.
If you take our starters if you take our starters out there on the defensive end, you got Aiden. You know, Polis is 6'3", 190 pounds kid out front. He's got some good hands. Gowan's got very quick hands, very quick feet. They cause a lot of difficulty out front, and then you go down inside. If Saucy and Cook don't lose the guy behind them, you know, there's some quick hands inside and some guys with a little bit of size, and, you know, Cook got those long arms. Saucy's got long arms coming at you. They're causing some difficulty for teams hesitating where to throw the ball, you know, where to go with their offense. And you're right, we don't do a whole lot of trapping anymore like we used to see, but we're causing teams a lot of problems on defense right now.
Well, and you know, you look out there and there's one senior, you know, and as Coach said, he's happy with the progress already, but it's going to get better because they know they've got to get better at some different things, and they will. And that's the good thing, is that these guys will keep improving, and they have to, because the schedule gets tougher and tougher as we get going. Just around, I know the Railers are in town next weekend, Friday, December 3rd. Olympia, the Spartans from Olympia come to town on Friday night, and then we're back home on Saturday for a game with Apollo Conference Mattoon.
Tell you what, Josh, while we're waiting for Neil Alexander, because the rail splitters have just gone down, why don't we go ahead and send it back to the station for a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back, and maybe by that time, Coach and his Big Gulp Diet Coke start making their way across the floor. We'll be back in 2 minutes with more of the post-game show. Very happy crowd is filed out into the night air as Lincoln High School in game number 2,801 for the high school posts victory number 1,863. Jay Harden, Josh Komnick here on the Grau Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic post-game show as we await Coach Al and his comments. Josh, great win for the Rail Splitters, a big confidence builder for these kids to go 4-0 to start the season. We're going to have 2 games next weekend, so the kids may feel like there's less games, but the coaches certainly have stuff to work on during practice this week.
Absolutely. You know, there were some positives, a lot of positives, and there are also some negatives like any team. Doesn't matter what kind of experience you've got and how many seniors you got coming back, and there's always room for improvement. And they'll have that. I'm sure they'll have a day off tomorrow and then get back at it on Monday because Spartans come to town on Friday from Olympia. And then the Green Wave from Mattoon and Apollo Conference action will start on Saturday night here. So, another back-to-back. So we'll have to see how the Railers tonight. I thought they looked fresh. We looked aggressive, and they were led tonight by Bivin. I thought Bivin was really, really good. You know, obviously made the 3 there right before half. He made a tough putback, I think, right at the end of the third quarter underneath the basket that never really brought it down and kind of showed his true athleticism and strength. Not sure we got anybody else that could have done that. But Jake was really good. 20 points for Bivin on the night, 18 for Peyton Cook, and 3 apiece for Elijah Paulus and Aiden Gowan will round out the 44 for the Railers. And do you say, would you like to have more guys in the scoring column? Yeah, probably, right? But sometimes that doesn't happen, and whatever it takes that night, we'll take it to get a W.
Well, there were times I thought Centennial, and you thought this too, where Centennial was almost daring guys to shoot it out there. And we had guys, Polis stepped up, knocked a 3. Gowan stepped up, knocked a 3. Bivin stepped up and knocked down 2 threes. So this is not going to be a great three-point shooting team, at least not at this point. But just the ability to step up, shoot it, and make some every once in a while, that's going to eventually draw defenses out and open the middle up.
Well, and I think once Cook gets more established underneath with being able to take some contact and score and really become a focal point for our offense and for the focal point for the opponent to really key on, that's got to start opening up the outside a little more.
You know, we've talked about this. Peyton Cook obviously needs to get stronger. Most kids in the high school level do. But he does a pretty good job of posting up and getting himself in a position to get the basketball where he can do something with it. And that is part of posting up as a big guy at any level, is getting yourself in that position and feeling where your defender is at, knowing where he's at, and being able to move where he's not.
Well, for a long time, we just weren't very good at throwing the ball into the post because we didn't have anybody to throw it to. So the Lincoln history, unless we've had a Cook or a Verderber or someone like that you can get it into, we've just not been very good at getting it to him. So these guys look at for him and look to get it into him, and we've done that, and they've been able to score.
I see we have a couple
Here, you can
of our rail splitters joining us. So we're going to hand the headphones over to Jake Biven and Peyton Cook.
Nice. Sorry about the sweat.
sorry about that. Hey, don't worry about it. We'll take it. You guys won. Well, first, Jake Biven, I'll tell you what, you're becoming a fan favorite around here for the spark you provide and that aggressive right-hand dribble and getting to the rack. Knock down a couple of threes. Something new in your game tonight?
Not really. I just included what I've been doing, what I did last year in JV, and I just took it to that whole nother level on varsity, and I've just been playing my game and doing what I do best.
You and this team have shown a lot of growth from game 1 to game 4. Can you guys feel it yourself that, hey, we're starting to gel a little bit. We're starting to come together. Yeah, there's things we need to work on, and coach is going to remind us every day after the games and in practice. But still, we've come a long way from game 1 to game 4. Can you guys feel that?
Oh, most definitely. With this team, we've never really been on a court together in those games like that. So we really had like this coming together period where we're trying to figure out everybody's roles and play to each other's strengths. But once we got that going, it really just took off. And, I feel like it's going to keep doing that. We're going to get better. Coach is going to, give us his advice and coach us through that. And we're just going to get better.
Peyton, Mama Christina got to be pretty proud at this moment, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, you had a little bit of foul trouble in the first half. 2 points in the first half, come in and get, I think, 16 in the second half, including some good passes from this guy here. You did a wonderful job of getting yourself positioned in the post, especially against a guy you were giving up some pounds and a little bit of strength to. He's a senior, you're only a junior. Talk a little bit about how you've worked on that over the summer and in practice of being able to position yourself better as a post player to get the basketball and do something with it.
In the summer, I worked a lot with my parents. They were trying to teach me how to position over bigger dudes like that. And during practice, Coachy always takes me aside, and we work on post moves and positioning on, like, Jaden Klopp because he's bigger than I am. So that really helped out.
You had one down there where you got the ball late in the game. You were wide open, went up for the layup. Josh and I were waiting for the two-handed throwdown. Did you think about it?
Yeah.
And was it in the back of your mind that if I miss this, Coach is not going to be happy?
Yeah, he would not be happy.
But you got the layup down, and that's all that matters, isn't it?
Yeah.
You guys did not get to the free throw line much in this tournament. We know you guys work on free throws every day. You think that'll come as you play more games and maybe – draw a little more contact from other teams inside and get to the free throw line a little bit more?
Yeah, like today on one of those plays where I came down, I didn't feel like I would get to the basket very easily, so I tried to create contact, and I actually got a couple of free throws, missed one, but I feel like as the season goes on, we're going to get better at that, and we'll get to the line a lot more and knock down some free throws. All
right, guys, we got to let you go because Coach wants to see you. Congratulations to both of you on the victory in the all-tournament selection. Good luck during the season, guys. We know you're going to have a lot more victories to come.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We're going to send it back to the station. How about a 2-minute timeout, Winnie? We'll take a 2-minute timeout and come back with more of the post-game show. Lincoln victorious, 44-30. Once again, Lincoln victorious tonight, 44-30. And we'll take some time here to thank many of our fine sponsors. ME Realty, they sponsor the list of the game and are also one of our video stream sponsors. Town & Country Bank, a proud sponsor of Lincoln Railer basketball. At Town & Country Bank, their mission is to help empower the financial well-being of our communities, one person at a time. And whether you're buying or selling, trust the professionals at ME Realty. For more information, check out merealty.com. Worth & Associates Realtors, honest caring realtors serving Logan County since 1974. Call 217-735-3411 or go online to worthrealtors.com. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Mike Mosky Auction Service, phone 217-519-3959 or go to moskyauction.com. The Top Hat Creamery, stop by before or after the game for a sweet treat in the Lincoln's Arcade building. Chicago Street Rentals, our tip-off sponsor, and many of our other fine sponsors that you hear through commercials throughout the 2021-22 season here on WLCN and WLCNonline.com, the Mixler apps, and, of course, our YouTube streaming channel. Again, the all-tournament team, Robinson from Danville, Young from Centennial, Rucker from Altoff, Walters from Mahomet, Biven from Lincoln, Hawkinson from SHG, Rhodes from Danville, Bird from Belleville West, Cook from Lincoln, and Warren from Champaign Centennial. Those the member of the all-tournament team. Josh waiting to see if we're going to have a visit here from Neil Alexander, having an extended talk, I believe, with his team down in the locker room. Lincoln victorious 44-30, a great game by Jake Biven leading the way with 20 points, but a heck of a second half by Peyton Cook. I think he had 14 or 16 in the second half alone after getting in a bit of foul trouble in the first half.
Yeah, and as a guy that this kind of theme comes back as the first four games have. It's Biven and Cook that are probably going to be those top scorers. I thought Elijah Paulus did a really good job tonight of handling the basketball. I thought he was under pressure for the most part. They didn't pressure us full court until really after halftime. But even in the half court, I thought this was his best game handling the basketball. They didn't provide as much pressure, but in the second half they started to ratchet up a little bit. And I think as you see him become more confident and know where guys are going to be, and also those guys that he's passing to have to be confident with the ball too, or he gets a little leery on passing them the ball. So it'll come around. You know, obviously you're going to have to because the competition ramps up as you get farther into the season. But you know, for the first part of this season, I think Coach has got to be happy with his effort.
You know, and you talk about Elijah handling the basketball, but we had a couple of instances, and you called them out, where the first pass trap we had difficulty with, and there were times we had difficulty getting the ball in bounds. Once we got the ball in bounds, though, it looked like guys knew where to go, and we kind of knew where the passes were going. So it looked like maybe they're getting a little more confidence of breaking the press and then either finishing against the press or not trying to make something happen and kicking it back out and getting their offense started.
Yeah, as we said earlier, I think when the defenses start to make adjustments is the progression of their basketball skill and athleticism and the more reps that they take, they get it quicker. They'll pick up quicker. What do I need to do when this happens? When they double team me, where's my opening guy? Who's going to be open? And I'm glad Champaign Centennial kind of threw something different at us, because for the most part for the four games we've seen man to man and really just in your face man to man, and you know as well as I, Southeast or Lanphier or those schools that we've played in the past are not going to just let us pass it to the wing and start our offense. They're going to throw something different at us, and Centennial did it and caused us a problem for a little while. And but as we said, we worked through it, and we've kind of seen that progression of we're starting to pick up things a little quicker, which will just make their life a lot easier out on the court.
And the man who has a week of teaching coming up is headed up here with his trusty Diet Coke in hand, and we'll have two games coming up this weekend. It's Olympia and Mattoon, I believe, at home, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah, Olympia on Friday night here, and then Mattoon will be here on Saturday to open up the Apollo Conference. So, you have a long week and four games this week, and you start Friday, Saturday again here. So,
and we got Coach with his headset on. Coach Neil Alexander has joined us here in the post-game show. Coach, first of all, congratulations. It is the 32nd Thanksgiving tournament and 59 tries for this high school since played our first one back in 1963. Congratulations on the victory. A lot of progression from game 1 to game 4 for this basketball team.
Well, it depends on the type of team you're playing. They didn't come out and run and jump. They play their style, and their style is hit the offensive boards, get back defensively, and didn't really put a lot of pressure on us. And that was to our benefit. And they still caused us a lot of chaos in the half court, and it's going to wear me out, but you can't say anything about our kids. They didn't play hard all weekend or all week, and if they do that, they're going to get better. They got a great chance to be a really good basketball team as the season moves on.
Yeah, Coach, you talk about a little bit of the adjustment that they did something different than most teams didn't up until now, was they switched the handoffs, and that became something that you don't know, we haven't seen before, and we talked about earlier, we hadn't seen that, and then we hadn't seen them run and jump the first pass as they started to in the second half. And for this lack of experienced team, it takes a little bit longer for them to figure out what do I need to do to beat that.
Yeah, and the guy that makes the entry pass is the key to it. If he just turns his back and runs away, you're going to get hung out to dry. So he's got to read that. If that guy goes makes a cut and then go trap it, then it's really a hard game, and you got to be able to react to it. If you're thinking the basketball game, you're probably going to be a couple steps slow.
Well, and sometimes, Coach, when someone throws something new at you, you don't have 4 or 5 possessions to try and figure it out. If it's a close game late in the game, you'd like to be able to pick it up right away.
Yeah, we're trying to let them learn. There's times where we should have called timeout, but they've got to be able to, get the ball inbounds, be able to know and cut and learn from it. And, what I want to see is on tape on how we do, what we look at. We have trouble seeing the floor, the total floor. I call it tunnel vision, to where we're looking down a pipe at one thing instead of being able to see and adjust to the game. And I think that'll come as the more we play, but they're never going to be in that situation if you don't put them in that situation.
Coach, Peyton Cook got a little bit of foul trouble in the first half, came back in the second half, got either 14 or 16 in the second half to end up with 18. I thought it looked to me like he did a pretty good job of getting himself in position in the paint under the basket to do something with the basketball, and then the other kids did a good job of getting him the basketball when he got into position.
Yeah, and I think we still missed him. I think there's times where he's open, and it's been a while since we've had a post that we would feed. It's always been, we've not had the luxury of that, and it's really different. It's going to take us some time to adjust to that, because we've been used to playing with, really 5 guards, and now we got really all bigs, and we're trying to adjust and see where we're going, and it's going to take time, but it's always good when you win your 4 while you're learning instead of losing them. So, we've got to come back next week, and we've got a tough one Friday and Saturday, but they're both at home. So
yeah, Jake, Coach Biven, a good again for you guys. Just really strong rebounder, really good finisher. I tell you what he does really well, and a lot of people don't do anymore. He's got an excellent shot fake, and he loves to use it around the basket. He gets a lot of guys up in the air and then finish out a way to score. But tonight he made a couple threes, which if he can consistently do that, he becomes even tougher to guard.
Yeah, he does, and he gets to the basket and he hit the threes, and I tell you what, he's a lockdown defender as well. He really sets down and really works hard to cover his area. And I think our whole defense done a great job on Trey Warren, who's been probably averaging close to 30 points. And what did we give him, 7 tonight, I think? 7, yeah. And, we held them. They've been scoring close to 80 points, and we held them to, 30?
Yeah.
So our defense, again, we still got a lot to work on with that as well. But if you play hard and you just go, and it's over course of time in our program, the juniors and seniors should know how to play our defense. And it's not hard to play. It's all about effort and angles and everything, and they've taught that throughout their first 2-3 years, and it's carrying over right now.
There were a couple times in the first half, especially early in the ball game, where Jack Young got in behind the defense and they were able to lob it over him. Did you make any adjustments during a timeout or halftime to talk to the kids about that?
Oh, the only thing we talked about was being alert. I mean, we were taking on time off on the backside. The ball's away from us. I'm taking a break, and you can't do that. We talk about the guys on the ball playing hard and guarding, but the whole key to our defense is the people outside of the pressure or the trap or whatever we're having, but to make the plays, because we're trying to get tips on the ball and make plays, but they're the ones that have to pick them up, and we weren't doing that. We were kind of being lazy.
What do you got? Because we've got Olympia coming up at home on Friday night, Mattoon coming up at home on Saturday. What can you tell us about Olympia?
We're going to have to do some digging because we haven't even thought about them. We really worked on these teams here and starting a new year, and whereas last year it was a messed up year. So we've got to do some searching. I don't know if they've even played in a tournament. I don't know what they've done, but we'll find some information on them and be ready. And then, as far as Mattoon goes, I think they're possibly one of the best teams in the league this year. So it's a key game. You got to win your home games if you ever want to have a chance to win the conference. So, we've got to just keep pecking away.
And if I remember right, Mattoon got us at their place last year, didn't
Yes, they did.
Yes, they
and
did.
They've got the big kid back and a couple of guards, so it'll be a challenge.
Well, Coach, again, congratulations on the 4-0 start. Congratulations on the tournament victory. This has been a fun team to watch. They don't give up. They don't quit. They get in there and fight. And I know the crowd and our fans really appreciate that. And we know you and the coaching staff will get the other stuff to come as the season goes. And you're right. I think Josh and I've talked about this. This got a chance to be a pretty good basketball team by the end of the year.
We just got to take care of the ball and be able to execute. And right now they're panicking. Anytime you turn it over, they don't want it. They're not out there doing it on purpose. And it just gets a little bit tighter whenever you do turn it over. So hopefully we can get them relaxed to where they can, just play and cut and do the things that we want.
Coach, got anything you want to say to Railer Nation before we let you go and go get some rest?
No, it was just great to be back in the gym with fans and the people in the stands. Our student body was outstanding all week, not just one game, all week, and hopefully they'll keep that up. And we win a lot of games because of them, and our guys know that, and they appreciate the support. And hopefully next week won't be any different. We got 2 more home games before we find out what we can do in somebody else's gym.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Coach Neil Alexander. Thanks for joining us on the post-game show. Congratulations. Go get some rest. You got a long week of practice ahead.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, my friend, partner,
Yeah.
you got any last comments you want to make here before we wrap things up?
Bedtime.
That's right. Well,
And time to roll. We again, championship, and we were here late last night. It's another late one, so let's turn it to some rock.
does feel good to get that trophy and take it home. Well, for station manager Jim Ash, studio producer and director Winnie Ransdale, for our on-site producer and cameraman Lloyd Kirby, for my partner Josh Komnick, this is Jay Hard. Once again, the final score, Lincoln victorious, 4-0 on the season, a 44-30 victory over the Champaign Centennial Chargers. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we know Railer Nation, from their reaction, enjoyed the outcome. We ask you patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Railer basketball. It's time to send you back to the classic rock experience on the Nighttime Fix 96. This is Jay Harden saying thanks for listening. Good night, everybody.